Hey everyone, Burton's back, and with me we've got Count Vlad von Carstein. Last episode we were pushing on into, where were we going? Bekefen. And we actually got to the bottom of our mystery on why our troops were doing so bad. So firstly, they're undead. What did we expect? The zombies. They're not going to be particularly good. However, we didn't do ourselves any favours by the fact we didn't have any flanks. So I've got 97 Vampire Knights on one flank, and on the other I've got some forces commanded by Adrian. So hopefully we'll do better when we're actually sieging down here. I do have some retinue building up as well, which is another 10 Vampire Knights. They've actually cost me 100 gold, so they're actually going to take a little bit of time for them to get where they need to be. And we've just arrived here as well. Something that I wanted to point out as well, there is a Holy Order, which is the Order of Blood Dragon. Right now they're 26 Vampire Knights. I don't know if they're rebuilding or what have you, or whether that's the maximum. We don't have enough piety to go ahead and recruit them, but it's interesting to know they're there. Regardless of that, we do have other mercenaries as well that we can call upon if we do have the money, but the monthly cost is actually far more than we can afford. Our monthly balance is 0.327, so we would actually be at a deficit if we actually try to hire these for any longer than need be. So right now I think I'm going to be going for retinues rather than mercenaries. And I think that's where we're going to actually start things off. Now we do have a small army here in Karlsbruck. It might be a good idea to test these 10 Vampire Knights once they're ready, just to see what sort of impact they can have against a smaller army of mixed units. So that's something I'm toying with doing at the moment. Right now, Bekefen has got 592 defenders. So it's going to be a little bit of time before we're able to take that out, but in fact I'm actually going to speed things up rather than waiting for that to happen. We do have one title of Draken Hunzik. Hopefully I've not totally destroyed that name, which we cannot do because once again we are short on funds. So really, that's the problem we've got right now. Funds, which we can go ahead and get more of, and that reminds me, we do have a prisoner who we can ransom. So it's Mayor Gerlach, so we'll go ahead and get 25 gold for him. There we go. So like I was saying last episode, it's really important when we get prisoners that we're doing the right thing with them. If we are going to be looking to summon some more undead, we're going to make sure that we have enough piety. We can have the Abyssal Terror, which is pretty much an undead dragon as far as I'm aware about that. But you can see for the necromantic power, that does have to be increased for that, but there's not anything we can do about that for a very long time indeed. We have our usual options here as well, which we're not going to get too much into. We do have a couple of plots, but you know what, I'm not actually going to be pressing any plots at the moment. So while we're waiting for this, I was having a look about the map before and I actually discovered down here in, where is it? There we go, that is another set of vampires. They're actually Carsteins as well, but for whatever reason, the gentleman doesn't like me too much. So I'm not too sure if this guy is part of the lore or not. Van Kaluen. Yeah, so, I mean, based on that, there are vampires dotted here, there, and everywhere. Over the mountains indeed, there is some more here, and this is a different type of vampire. These guys are some of their necroarch ones. Is that how you say it? No idea. So these ones are slightly more skeletal, more gaunt, and they actually reek of dead flesh. So these ones are actually ones out of the horror stories. We're more like the ones out of romance novels or something. So it looks like we've got an enemy force in our lands now. So do we go ahead and test 6 Vampire Knights against 1200? I don't think so. I think we'll continue as we're going. We should be able to take Bekefen first, and then maybe we'll head down and take care of these because the war score is very even right now. We're ahead on battles, but the war score is -1 because we've not been able to take any territory. Well, we'll try and make a difference now. So what can we actually do while we're waiting? Technology is a thing that we need to be having a look at. We're currently in Flackland, which I think we're going to go ahead and stop because I think I did the wrong area last time. So let's go ahead and reset them, shall we? Who have we got? In fact, if we can actually sneak him right into here, that'd be quite nice. Because not only will they be researching technology, but it'll also give us a view on what's to actually come. So yeah, I'm actually happy doing that. So we can see they've got 3,000 troops actually sitting there. Our retinues are almost complete. We've got 7 of them now. And they're going to complete round about the same time that Beckefin actually goes ahead and fall. So it looks like Mikkeldorf is actually going to last. There we go, so we've gone ahead and we've taken the first piece of territory in the war. New decisions are available. We can cast magic on the battlefield, which I think we're going to do. We want to make sure that we do have as many men as possible, so we're going to summon another ourt. And we're just going to try and do this where we can. Because the whole point of our magic is we can't raise any dead if we do not kill our enemies. And by the fact we've taken one of the towns, I think it's right that we go ahead and raise the people who have fallen in its defence. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Because after all, we know there's a large army. Thankfully for us, they are just sitting there at the very moment. We're at 111 now, so we can start now with our second lot of Vampire Knights. Now, we'll go ahead and do that. And straight away, oh, we've actually got someone as well. So Countess Nicola. Oh god, look who she's married to. She's married to, oh, a different one. A Strigoi Vampire. So that's someone of a different bloodline themselves. However, he's a bit dim and he's also a maniac. Well, hopefully, Countess Nicola is a little bit better, we'll see. Time will surely tell on that one. Now, the people who are actually watching, nothing's actually happening too much with them at the moment. We do have this gentleman who we have been watching, that's Eric von Pabst, and he himself is leading troops in the defence of his land. Oh, in fact, he's actually leading troops in Mikkeldorf. He's down here. Who else is with him? Prince Alaric and the Imperial Tebeklander army. So who's Prince Alaric? Well, it's not you then, Attila, so let's have a look here. We're at 16% now. We're actually going to siege this all the way down. We're not going to be doing any assaults or anything like that. Oh, and they've actually got a Temple of Rema. So it'll be interesting to see how this affects us. I don't think we'll be able to take the temple because, if I'm correct, holy places will actually affect ourselves. Because another place has fallen, we'll go ahead and we'll raise some more undead. So we'll raise another horde as well. Because I'm not too sure how long these men actually arrive, because essentially they are necromantic. Will they rot away? Will they stay until they die? I don't know. So now we can invest in economy advances. I think we're going to do this possibly in either town infrastructure, which will increase our tax possibilities, or we can do improved keep. I think we're going to do town infrastructure. Or should we do castles? What are we mainly made up of? You know, to be honest, we're a good mix. We're doing both. I'll start with castle for now. And as soon as we get close to military advancements, that's really when we're going to actually be building up probably on military organisation, so we can start increasing our retinue somewhat, because I think that's going to be the case of how we do this now. Our first territory is about to fall. They've got 752 defenders remaining, so I think we'll be able to take this land first, and indeed we have. And in fact, we've actually been able to take the temple, so maybe some of our human allies have gone ahead and taken that. Right, how long until this falls? It's actually not going to be too long now. Our retinues aren't going to be ready in time, unfortunately. I would like to give someone else the command. We don't have enough for a commander. So let's see if we've actually got anyone who's actually joined our court who's not a commander but should be. Adrian Manfred's. Don't know why Manfred wasn't made a commander before, but now Manfred will be the commander of the knights. Or hopefully it will be. Where is it? Oh, he's our spy master. So maybe he won't, not at this moment. We can, however, send over one of the other knights. I don't know why you're there. I'm gonna send Fritz there. I'm actually gonna send him probably here, and we'll see what he can do in order to liberate some of the actual territory that's just been stolen from us. So meanwhile, the army of Prince Alaric has moved over to Zerden, and The war score hasn't been too much affected. Our occupation is still much better than theirs because after all we did go for one of their primary holdings. And Graf Eric looks a little bit old now. Will he actually see his way through this? We don't know. So I'm very much hoping that we can make our way through this pretty much unscathed, because if we have some problems, particularly in taking Imperial Talabecland, we might be sitting back a long while trying to recover piety before we can go ahead and raise some hordes again. That's going to be somewhat difficult, considering we only make 0.24 per month, and as you can see we are fighting against the surge of a negative piety, and hopefully we'll get that back soon. Yeah, it's clear we don't have enough men. That's fine. We knew that was going to happen. So we'll send down these Vampire Knights. Yeah, and as for, it looks like the troops have actually left us, it looks like here. So we'll try and get some more now. Get another horde again. And if anyone knows how long these actually last for, I would assume it would probably be, I don't know, maybe a year or something. Not too sure on it, but we'll find out nonetheless. I think once we take this, that'll probably be turning the tide in this war here, and then we can take care of these guys, and that'll probably be it. Let's have a look at plots. Do we have anything worthwhile doing? Now the good thing about these, you can actually hunt people down. I like this. Generally if you have a courtier or something and you want to go ahead and hunt them down because they've offended you, you can do so, and I like that quite a lot. It's a nice little touch. So look at this. We've got Count Emrith. So Count Emrith is actually here. I don't like this. Shall we hunt him down? Some creatures must be hunted down in the dark lair and slaughtered for the fiends they are. Picking this plot will give you a few months before starting an event chain to try and destroy Emrith, either by funding an expedition or by going yourself. I actually quite like the idea of doing that. And we'll have a look about getting rid of this first. We do have, we've got another army on its way. Good job we looked them. Let's go ahead and reinforce our troops just before they arrive. And one more, there we go. And I'm probably going to be sending up our 17 knights up to join them. Very soon we'll be able to take that. They're actually going to be with us on the 19th, so they'll be with us anytime now. Here we go, so let's see how things actually line up. So in the centre, with a gun volley, which is quite impressive against ourselves, is Bergeder. Now he himself has actually got quite a good martial. He is cruel, however. And he is a skilled tactician. That doesn't bode well for ourselves. On the left flank we've got Merpolis. He's actually brilliant, okay. And we've got Eric's fighting as well. So let's see how we get on. So straight away we are actually slaughtering them on the flanks. So that just shows what sort of impact these Vampire Knights have. They are very strong indeed. Obviously us in the centre we are taking the hit, but that's where the majority of our forces are, our weaker forces. And on the left, our side flank, they're actually not doing too bad. So we'll progress and see how it goes on. 187, their flank has been broken, and now as the knights slam in, you can see the impact it actually has, losing over 300 there. Wow. So we've inherited, oh my word. Across the field of battle, I've seen an enemy worth facing. I shall defeat him. It's Merpolis. Okay, let's have a look at him. There he is. Oh, he's the brilliant one. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll combat him. Let's go ahead and focus on offense, because don't forget as well, we do have the Carstein ring. And obviously that means that we cannot be killed in battle. If we are defeated, we will rise again. There we go, we've won. Polis Kuzel has managed to escape though. What a coward. I'm actually going to send these knights back here. I want them at full strength, and then I'm debating sending them against the thousands. Wonder how that would work out. As soon as we get some more, we can actually get another set of knights. I think we might actually do that. let's not spend it too quickly. What else have we got? We've got an undead horde, so it's only 250. We've got archers who also have gunners in them as well. And we've got heavy cavalry, Imperial knights, hunters, or the grave guard. I think we're probably going to stick with the vampire knights for now. And we'll just see how we get on with them, because as we can see, the power of them so far has been rather impressive. We'll go ahead and we'll give that to you. There we go, so we've taken it. War score is now up to 24%. So we're going to start pushing in now. Our 100 vampire knights appear to have been surviving, so it's not too bad. They're down to 81, so we'll see how well they get on. So now they're at the negative here, only because we've got a river crossing penalty, but we still managed to go ahead and defeat them. That's fine. Looks like we've got the attention of the army in the south, and they've actually broken off their siege. We're actually going to go and meet them. We lost 2 vampire knights in that siege, but we've got 20 more sitting here. Where are these guys actually going to? That's a good question. So let's see how 20 vampire knights will actually do against 1,000. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. We'll wait for them to get to full 20 and then we'll try. Oh, she's actually died and maimed cripple. Well, that's the Empress out the way. So who's actually taken over from the Empress? It looks like it's her daughter. Wow, she's not even old now. She's 14 and she can probably barely swing Stonebreaker. Right, okay. So we're back and we're besieging the land that was taken from us. We'll retake this first, push the war score up a little bit, and then we'll push in on this army. These guys are taking forever to get the one reinforcing soldier there, but it'll take about another month maybe. And then we'll just go from there. And just like that, problems from within. We've got separate war going on now. They've got 1900 defenders. Oh, 1900 attackers even. Wow. So what is this holy war? So what is it you're trying to do? Castle... Where's Castle? Kovacina. Which one's Kovacina? Ah, right, okay, so you're trying to go for all of this territory. Well, that's certainly not going to be happening. Vampire Knights are pretty much up and running, so 20 of them. I'm actually going to send them to reinforce, but I think I might put these guys on the other flank. Before we do that, shall we just go ahead and just reorder them? There we go. And we'll just put Fritz in their command again. There you go, Fritz. And they've actually got more men than I would like them to have, but I think we're going to deal with these guys first. So we're inheriting a couple of counties now. It looks like some people are actually dying off. Marcel is going to be Fritz, by all means. Right, this is going to be difficult for us. We are at a deficit. We're actually going to head up and we're going to take care of these guys there with the smaller army. And we don't want them to go ahead and take Beckeffenfoot back. We just want to go ahead and make sure that we're playing this as smartly as we can. We've been planning this for a good long time now. It'd be a shame if we went ahead and ruined it by being too hasty. Good news is we can call up a few more men, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Our men have had time to restock, so we're going to go ahead and just attack them head on. So we'll make sure that everyone is in the right position to do so. There we go. And these are our human allies by the look of things. So it's like they've engaged the larger one of our forces. How is the battle actually going? Not going too bad. We will, however, go in. And we've got the other battle up top. So what we're going to go ahead and do... Oh, we can craft a magic item now. Wonder what you can actually craft. We'll just quickly summon a horde. And then probably what we'll do is have a look at what our options will be. It's nice that we've been keeping these guys pretty much replenishing. So they're actually going to come and probably meet this army here, and then we're going to go and try and defeat these guys. Good news is we've managed to capture ourselves someone else, so I think what we're going to do with this is, so we can execute him, sacrifice him, or ransom. I'm going to ransom. I'm going to make as much money as we can while we're doing this. So let's head up here, let's join the rest of our forces. There's another army of 2,792 coming in, so it looks like we've got a war going on two fronts, and we don't really have the men to deal with it at the moment. So it's very lucky for us that every single month we'll be able to reanimate the victims of our dead. But I think I'm going to be leaving things at that now. So leave some comments in the section, let me know what you would like me to go for next, and hopefully you're enjoying the series. Cheers!